Once upon a time, there was a little bear who lived in a cozy cave. The bear often heard about his friends having beautiful little wooden houses, so he asked his grandpa, "Can I have a wooden house too? Can we chop down some trees?" The little bear eagerly ventured into the forest, where he saw trees covered in lush green leaves. But as he admired the beauty of the leaves, he thought to himself, "These leaves are so lovely. I don't want to cut them down." So he decided not to chop down any trees and returned to tell his grandpa. Summer arrived, and the little bear revisited the forest. This time, the trees were adorned with colorful flowers. The little bear was captivated by their beauty and thought, "These flowers are so pretty. I don't want to cut them down." Once again, he chose not to chop down any trees and shared his decision with his grandpa. When autumn came, the little bear ventured into the forest once more. This time, he discovered trees filled with delicious fruits. The bear's mouth watered at the sight of them, and he thought, "These fruits are so tasty. I don't want to cut down the trees." So he made the same decision again and returned to his grandpa. Finally, winter arrived, and the little bear returned to the forest. This time, he noticed many adorable little birds perched on the trees. They chirped joyfully, and the bear couldn't bear to disturb them. He thought, "These birds are so cute. I don't want to cut down the trees." So he once again decided not to chop down any trees and shared his choice with his grandpa. The little bear returned to his cave and told his grandpa about his decision. His grandpa understood and happily said, "Well done, my child. You made the right choice. Let's live happily in our cave together." From that day on, the little bear and his grandpa enjoyed a joyful and contented life in their cave. The animals of the forest appreciated the little bear's decision too. They gifted him with beautiful flowers, which he used to decorate his home. The little bear and the forest animals became the best of friends, sharing in the happiness and peace of their lives. This story teaches us to cherish and protect nature, the forests, and its animals. It also reminds us to be grateful and share our happiness with others.
Once upon a time, in a magical forest, there lived a cunning fox and a foolish tiger. These two animals resided in the same forest, but were always at odds. The fox would constantly play tricks on the tiger, making him look foolish. One fateful day, the fox accidentally fell into a deep pit and couldn't find a way to climb out. As luck would have it, the tiger happened to pass by and heard the fox's cries for help. Rushing over to the pit, the tiger exclaimed, "Hey, did you fall into the pit?" The fox pretended to be surprised and replied, "Yes, I'm so unlucky. I fell into this pit and can't climb out. Could you please lend me a hand?" Upon hearing the fox's plea, the tiger felt a sense of importance. Believing that he could finally be of assistance to the fox, pride swelling within him, the tiger declared, "Of course, I am the king of this forest, and I possess the strength to pull you out." Scanning the surroundings, the tiger spotted a long tree branch and threw it down to the fox. Instructing the fox, he said, "All right, grab onto this branch, and I will use my strength to lift you out of the pit." The fox, however, had other plans. It held onto the branch but intentionally let it slip from its grip, pretending to struggle and cry out for help once again, unfazed. The tiger repeated his efforts, throwing more branches to the fox, believing it was just an accident. Time and time again, the fox deceitfully allowed the branches to slip, making it seem as though it couldn't hold on tightly enough. Frustration grew within the tiger until he could no longer contain his anger. With a roar, the tiger exclaimed, "You deceitful fox! You've been tricking me all along." The fox, now exposed, couldn't help but burst into laughter, mocking the tiger. It said, "Ha ha! You're so gullible. Did you truly believe I would allow you to save me? I was merely playing with you." Realizing the extent of his foolishness, the tiger felt a mix of frustration and embarrassment. From that day forward, he vowed never to trust the words of the fox. This simple and childish story reminds us to be cautious and not easily trust others, especially when their actions seem too good to be true.